We are back with Consider Your Soul. Hold on, let me put my little earphone in. I think it makes the volume better. Sun is out. I'm gonna just share, I think it's, yesterday I was talking about being vulnerable. Today I'm going to be vulnerable. So I've been feeling really irritable, icky, dirty. Like I don't know, I just haven't been feeling comfortable in my body. So my sister pointed out to me that it's probably a hormonal thing that's happening right now. And so one of the medicines that I am about to reach for is motherwort. I already have a motherwort tincture. It's all about balancing the hormones. Motherwort is really helpful for that. And then like spiritually, it is like, it's definitely a feminine energy, but it's like lion heart. And so it is about courage. It is about moving from the heart. And so I think something that is triggering me right now when I'm talking about that is, have I been intentionally moving from the heart in the spaces that I've been in and the work that I've been doing? Have I been doing that? And kind of having the strength, even with the feelings or the emotions or the changes that you may be going through, taking the time to make sure that you are heart-centered at the work you're doing. And for me, look, here go the hawk trying to remind me. The hawk always reminds me of like purpose work time. Whenever I start seeing a lot of hawks, it always gets me back to this place of like, are you working on your purpose? Are you living in your purpose? Are you living authentically? Are you doing the work that you said you wanted to do, that you said you were going to do? And so, yeah, I think that was very befitting of me to share. Motherwort does a million other things, but those are the things that just coming up. I had the tincture. It's kind of like supports you. It'll support you in your sadness too. It's good for anxiety. If you have palpitations with your anxiety, motherwort is really good for that. There are some implications for taking motherwort. I think, what is it? There's a certain hormone, if you have that at a high level, I'm gonna have to look it up and then I'll put it in the comments, but if you have that one at a high level, you don't want to lean on motherwort. So anyway, that's what I'm gonna lean on today. So that's just me sharing mine, because yeah, I've been feeling just like, I don't know, I just took a shower, but I still just been feeling kind of icky and out of my body and all of these things. And so I think I'm just going through a lot of changes, dramatic changes, ones that I can't even see. I think it's on a spiritual level. And so I'm sitting with it and I'm letting it happen. And I'm gonna stop resisting it. That was my medicine this morning, is like, you're resisting the change that's naturally happening and you don't have to. So what's the medicine for the collective? What's going on? It's always nice to be able to share, because I need this as much as anybody does. And so that's part of why I do it, is because I like having something to look forward to every day. That's kind of focused on this space of healing or connection or community or things like that. So the medicine of the day is, what is the medicine of the day? Abundance. This is one of my favorite cards because it is joyful. And so it asks you to look at where you are already abundant. It's kind of like attitude of gratitude. Where do you have overflow already in your life? What are you grateful for? What things have already worked out for you? And once you start kind of taking on this persona of abundance, then more abundance comes to you. So it's like, it's kind of the law of attraction. What you put out, you get in, or what you put out, you get back, kind of thing. And so I'm gonna say that this is all about, this is new energy. This is like what you're moving. I got dog hair on me. I got 2 dogs. This is like what you're moving into, because you also have the number 1, which is the start of things. It's the beginning. It's the fool's energy. And for me, I always look at this card as alignment. And sometimes abundance is really just being in a state of alignment, and trusting what's coming, because you can already see and feel what you already have. And so like, it's kind of like that thing where they say like, I remember when I prayed for the things that I have now, and that's what this card is talking about, is stepping into that state of awareness of how abundant you already are as you're asking for these new things. You know, I think collectively, because I like to build on top of things, and so we've been talking about the changes, we've been talking about the shifts that we're all feeling, emotionally, physically, spiritually. And so this is now shifting the focus from, okay, we're going through this entire change, and I'm also seeing a reflection of my own journey in these things that I share. So I'm not just speaking to everybody else, I'm speaking to myself too. But we're going through these major changes. We're going through these shifts in maybe your consciousness, maybe your way you move around, maybe your routine. And sometimes we focus on the struggle of those changes and shifts, but there is a lot of abundance available for us to focus on that kind of will get us over the hump, that will bring us the energy and the joy to keep going. And so, yeah, the best way, what do they say? I don't remember, but it's something like going through, instead of the best way to get through it is to go through it, or something like that. But yeah, kind of looking around at what else is around you. For some reason, I want to pull another card to clarify maybe an area of abundance to focus in on. And so, inner healer. And so this is really just talking about, to me, what you're growing, who you are, the transformation that's happening. And the transformation that's happening is getting you in touch with your inner healer. It is connecting you to that. It is giving you the ability to experience a different level of growth. And I see this as like full body growth, because you're seeing the whole transition from, you see the root, you see as it's starting to sprout, and you see it's like kind of in a world bubble. It's kind of in a bubble. And so there's a sense of protection for the deeper parts of us when we're going through healing. And so I think part of that abundance is seeing how protected you are as you go through this transformation, seeing how cared for you are as you go through this transformation. An inner healer is the number 13, which is 4, which is stability. I like to look at it as a safety number 2. 4 is probably like my, you know how people have like spirit animals? I feel like 4 is just like my angel number. So yeah, you have received an invitation to follow the path of the inner healer and choose to do the inner work required to turn your pain into medicine. Like a tree that sheds its dying leaves in the winter, you must let some parts of you die and fall away so you can not only live but thrive. This card signals that you have a choice to make. Will you take this chance and become a powerful healer, or will you allow past traumas, limiting beliefs, false ideas of self-image, toxic relationships to push your beautiful light further into the darkness? Do not be afraid to confront your pain. You are held by Mother Earth. Each dying leaf released is another rite of passage, leading you closer to your true self and making space for fresh growth in the spring. With time, the light of your inner healing will shine, illuminating your gifts of wisdom and growth and awakening the inner healers of those around you. So I'm definitely relating to this message. That's definitely what I've been feeling the past few days. I feel like I haven't been talking to myself as positively as I would like to. I've just been in a negative kind of space, like when I'm self-reflecting. What else did it talk about that I was relating to? I think the limiting beliefs that I had worked through are kind of cycling back around. Like, are you sure? Like, let's get this piece. And so this morning, I remember writing about, like, you're going through a season of death, and you're going through a season of release, and you're trying to hold on to things that are decaying. Like, you know, because I was talking about, I just feel like my body is just, you know, I just feel gross. I feel, you know, and so I thought about the idea of, if we are attached to things that are dying to death and decay, what that would feel like. And so I think that's what I was experiencing. And so this was kind of affirming reading that, because it was like, yeah, there's a death happening, there is a change, there are things falling away and falling off, and you have to let them. And I'm trying to hold on to them. And so yeah, that was very on on time for me. So yeah, our abundance is really going to be through this other side of healing. I mean, I think you can look around and see how abundant you are now, but there's also this other side as you move through your healing, as you do the inner work, as you release yourself from cycles of repeat. I know that's a thing for me. And yeah, so I thought that was really good. And the card at the bottom is the shift. So that was very telling. It's all about the shift that we're going through, this transition into our sacredness, this transition into embodying that sacredness. And so I don't know, that pepped me up, because I'm like, all right, I'm not tripping, I'm not going crazy, this is all happening. So the medicine for this, honestly, is softness. I think that I'm gonna start doing one medicine a week, like, because I think they all relate. And it's, again, this energy of softness and holding space for yourself to do this transformation. And so I think about the Remember Yourself body oil I have, and the herbs that are in it is lavender, it is rose petals, rosemary, calendula. And so all of these, for me, this blend was always about transitioning, transforming, remembering yourself, coming back to yourself. And when I say coming back to yourself, it's always coming back to this sacredness of who you are, of who you were created to be. And so I think these herbs are supportive, I call them my journey blend, because it's all about the journey. And you know, it's like, it's medicine for the tough times, it's medicine for the joyful times, it's medicine for the strenuous times. And so I think about all the herbs that are in there, and they're purposeful in this idea of helping you move through something, and kind of putting a coat of protection around you as well, as you tap into those spaces, because there can be joy. It's like going through the range of emotions, moments of joy, moments of sadness, moments of depression, moments of abundance, you know, realizing that. And so going through all the emotions, emotions. So yeah, I think that's the medicine, is leaning into spaces of softness. So nurturing yourself with what you need right now, because you are doing whatever is happening right now is triggering this inner work, this inner healing that needs to happen. And so if you support it, it's probably going to be a much smoother transition. But if you resist it like me, you know, you're going to have those moments where you just feel off in your body. So that's the medicine for the day. And I'll see y'all next time on Consider Your Soul. Oh my God, it sounds like a TV show. It's not a TV show, but this is fun.